that 2010, in the next few years, was absolutely a boom. More and more people came to Jeffreys Bay to now be part of who we are. And remember, we still at that stage had the vision statement, we'll make it up as we go. So we didn't know, but now we are a missions organization that had a school.
And I thought, yes, when Johannes retired, he'll be an excellent principal of the school. So when Anne-Marie asked me to be the principal, it was quite a surprise.
So Hanneke and I were officially appointed as the first staff members of the school, apart from the principal. Gee, put that on your CV.
Within those first days in January, the whole community rallied. They brought hammocks, they brought garden furniture. We even took Uksa campsites, chairs and tables just to have something in those classrooms.
Putting desks together that someone welded for us from Port Elizabeth.
Yeah, so the whole effort was in creating a space for the school.
Painting and
so
cleaning.
So it's painting and cleaning and making desks and
arranging garden furniture.
I remember when the school started, Donovan was the MC, and I remember Donovan said, "What you see is what we got."
We were able to open those doors in faith. No school uniform, but a great group of believers that knew there's something here that the Lord is going to start.
So yes, the crazy adventure of starting a school in a shopping mall with 15 teachers, probably only 4 of them qualified to be teachers, all of the rest of us engineers and businessmen or chemists or pharmacists or whoever, the Lord called to be part of this.
And not knowing much about teaching in that first year, but we were passionate about the subject and passionate about serving the community and loving the children.
The thing that impacted me the most, I think, in that year of GLA starting is just how prayer was foundational. And we were just so dependent on God because we know we can't do it. We don't even know what we're doing. Many of us have never had teaching experience other than the practical maybe that you did.
But Tannie Mariki did it, our headmaster, she did it gracefully. In my life, I've never seen it like that.
Yeah, because she was the real senior, but other colleagues were looking to Hanneke and myself as the senior teachers. We are experienced, we know what we're doing.
And we didn't.
It was like ducks in the water.
GLA, I think, started in 2010. I joined later that year, and then for a year and a half, taught at GLA, before I then eventually left and went into politics full time.
Within the first 3 months, the Lord gave us through a good friend of ours, Joe Ewan, a prophetic word where he clearly lined out the mandate for the school.
For I am going to build something that will be a model, a light on a hill. It will be a model for many others to come and look at and draw from. As they begin to see light shed and changes take place, politicians will come, many people will come from near and far to inquire of you. You will see the hope I place within you, carried throughout this nation and to other nations around you. You are a key place in history. It is a defining moment. You will form leaders, world leaders, leaders of nations, leaders of cities and towns. I have called you to raise up apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors and teachers. In turn, they will begin to teach others and to bring people into unity. Do not take lightly what you are doing on my behalf. I embrace what you have become and what you have begun. I will finish it, says the Lord.
Our school close was, of course, a story of its own. So Anne-Marie And her team, whenever there was a sale at any of the local shops, they would go and buy the different garments to become school clothes. Still today, the school clothes is a range of clothing that the kids can wear according to their personality.
The philosophy of education in one generation becomes the philosophy of government in the next. Our youth is the heritage of our country and the future of our nation. We must invest all the resources we can to establish truth in the hearts of our young people.
This is love, holy love. This is your love.
Not only did the school start, but the number of teams across the world accelerated.
A young man, Anthony, he was in my team, he's like, we need to do something for the guys, just the guys. We need to create a team where the guys can do guys things and we can teach them how to work hard, and Work Your Way was birthed.
The concept was that we would travel and then work at various places to kind of fund the travel, but obviously with work visa complications that wasn't always possible.
Didn't necessarily work out that way, but it was a bit of a faith journey. You didn't have all your money from start.
We did work in Australia, worked at an adventure campsite there for about, I think it was 3 months, and then they made a big donation towards Global Challenge, which helped to fund a lot of our journey.
There was a big faith element to our team and the team members. Sometimes we didn't always gel that well, but we knew we had to stick it out, and we had to have faith that everyone had their own journey and God was really working in each one's heart.
Because we were guys, there wasn't any ladies, so we could rough it a bit, which was really, it was great.
The teams became more, and that ended up us creating content and a training program where Uncle Joe started coming to teach about the prophetic. Norm Wakefield started teaching about the love of Jesus and just valuable core scriptures.
I believe we learned a new way of doing missions. And the new way, for me at least, that was new, was it was based on serving, helping people wherever possible. It was based on relationships. The relationships within the team were special, the relationships in the churches and the places that we were going to, the people that we met along the way was special, and it was deep. And then the third thing that was core was just the ability to follow Jesus blindly and then to see wherever he takes you, whatever he opens up is possible to do.
So in 2010, I was on a journey around Africa. We went to the east, the north, the west. So as we were traveling from Ghana, Accra, to Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, there was this blaring noise on the bus, and it was hot. And then this woman leaned over, she's like, did I hear that you're going to Niger? Well, on the radio, they're announcing that there's a famine. And in that moment, we looked at each other and we felt we probably need to go and do some relief work. But where was the money? We thought of going to a city called Adabesenet, which is right middle of North Niger. And in 2010, white people were a great ransom. So my teammates, the 4 teammates I had, were all white, and they could not come with me. So I had to go with my Nigerian missionaries and some local people. We were surrounded by military who came to support us, because everywhere we went with the food, we would experience some sort of stampede erupting. So this young person came and asked us, why do you guys eat eggs every day? And we looked at him and were like, it's because we are on a budget. Says, oh, okay. But what do you mean? No, we are on a shoestring budget. We don't have enough money to buy like other types of food. And said, well, eggs are a rich man's food here. And I was like, I was mute for some time, and I was thinking to myself, how many things have I taken for granted in my own life?
If you marry an adventurous wife, she will get you into the best kind of trouble you can imagine. Dunette, as we were married for a year, and she constantly said, I have to meet these people in Jeffreys Bay.
So David didn't have a reference of Global. He only heard what I had told him about the friends, and the first time he came here, I think it was quite overwhelming because there were so many new people to meet and so many new things to experience, but he just went for it, and very soon it felt like we belonged here.
In that vehicle, as we drove into Jeffreys Bay, we made friends that would become, we would never knew, would later become friends for life, with our children, sharing school, sharing our family. And on that trip, sitting next to me was Jacobus Scott.
I finished my studies, my honours and my masters, and came back to Jeffreys Bay just for a little bit of a rest. And just being called to do another year of Global Challenge, and that was called Hidden World. It was me and another friend, Francois. So in 2010, we embarked on a journey, a pioneering journey through the Americas, the Southern and the Central Americas. The mission of the trip was to go through the drug trading route and just to see what the Lord is doing. One of the first countries was Brazil, and from there we flew into the Amazon areas, and I quickly realized that the Amazon is not a place where you can just walk along the river. It is very tough terrain. Uncle Joe gave us a prophecy about we will find a lot of resistance, and surely we found a lot of resistance, and eventually we were told that there's actually people that's been dreaming of two guys coming in to come and serve them, and when they heard I'm an architect, heavens just went up, and so they immediately knew what I was supposed to do. We went on a 7-day cargo boat, lining up their hammocks while you go upriver to Peru side. And we found ourselves in a very small place, Benjamin Constant. And when we arrived at this small place, we were met by the whole community and the chief leaders and all the leaders there, and even translators. That's where I just started designing all kinds of buildings. But I was soon designing a 200-seater indigenous church, the school, a restaurant, even a house for someone. Still today, I get messages from that little town in the Amazon River.
In the year of 2010, Joe said for the first time a word that was really for us, for Dunette and I, really foundational and kept us in this community for all these years.
A prophecy that deeply touched our hearts, saying this will be an epicenter of a move of God whose ripples will reach the nations. And something of that captured our hearts.
And he said, yes, you will go to the nations, but God has made a place for you in the epicenter. We traveled the world and loved and saw the Lord do miracles, but yet our hearts that never felt like it settled there.
We had this excitement and vision of what God was doing in Jeffreys Bay.
I got married to Francois and we settled here in Jeffreys Bay, and I worked on the admin for the coming journeys.
We actually did the recruiting for the next year, and we realized that not everybody can be away for a whole year at a time. And then we sat down and said, why don't we do this exact same thing in 80 days? Go around the world in 80 days. We were married for about 2 weeks. So my wife and I hopped on a plane with about 16 people, and we traveled to 16 countries in 80 days. So that was very, very, very high-paced.
And then the Lord also put a dream in me and Francois' heart to start a coffee shop for our local community. So we started Global Junction, about 15 years ago in the mall.
And that's when we call the coffee shop the Global Junction, meaning that this is also a place where people will, it will be a junction, a turning point in people's lives. That's where people will meet, people from the nations.
That was the home for Global together.
Global Junction was key in our early days. There we would have meals together, we would have church sometimes, we would have conferences, we would play, we would have steak braai and rugby. We praise the Lord for every answer, the simplest answer from a car being fixed to a back being healed to school children receiving for the first time a pass mark.
So there was a sense among us in those early years that we would do anything that the Lord asks us to do. If He asked us to start a hospital or pray for someone, that kind of laid the foundation, I believe, for starting the school. That laid the foundation for starting the other schools later. It laid the foundation for starting the church.
Willem and I, one evening, woke up after he had a dream. The Lord actually gave him that same dream 3 nights in a row, where He asked Willem to tend to the sheep. Willem actually walked to the window in his sleep with a flashlight, and he looked outside of the house to see if everybody was okay. During that time, we felt the Lord was calling Willem to encourage and start a community church.
And those days we tried to organize ourselves within houses, and because we wanted to stay relationally close, this sharing of our lives together.
Willem then took the whole list of all the people involved and literally divided them into 11 groups, and that were your house church.
I loved house churches because it's a model that you can experience intimacy with other believers and God in the moment of, this is like early Christian type of living. You're living in community with intentional fellowship where what is yours is mine and what is mine is yours. Okay, let's put it this way. What's mine is yours. I think it's better to start from that perspective.
That meant that Jakes and Cornelius decided to start a house church with the homeless at the beach.
We just felt our purpose was to meet the people on street. Going out on Tuesday evenings, we were called the Crashing Waves because we met out under a street light right at the ocean on a parking lot.
Not only the waves crashing, but the tumultuous experiences of both church members stabbing each other and then forgiving each other and praying for each other.
We did that for 3 years and just meeting pretty much the same group every Tuesday evening, whether it was raining or whether it was cold. Cornelius would play music and we would dance and really speak to the heart, and we could see it connected with them. Yeah, eventually it didn't work out at all, and there's still some of the people on the streets here that still call, hey Jakes, how are you doing? Remember those times in the church?
In this boom time, something amazing happened. We got a piece of land.